the first times a black woman ever stood up for me, and she didn't know me that well, and it was because one of our clients, you know, because we worked with at-risk youth, one of our clients he basically trying to play me out and everything, and T was like, I told him, Kasana's college educated. Kasana can work where he wants to work. You know what I mean? And like she didn't know me that well. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know me that well, and it was just in her mind something that she had to tell him, and she kind of was just telling me about it. She wasn't telling me to get my approval, but she had a very masculine, tough husband, right? And in that, even though she had a rough upbringing and she was rough around the edges and whatnot, she had her issues and stuff like that. But overall, was a really good person. You know what I mean? And a good mom and a good wife. And she wasn't a selfish person. Okay, and I have to give her that. And she really one taught me how women are supposed to regard you. She's not supposed to sometimes shit on you. And that's another thing too with black men is that you become accustomed to the idea of nah, listen, you know, sometimes we give you some love and sometimes we just shit on you. You know what I mean? And again, the lower you are, the lower you go down, right? That's another thing about yo. If you doing okay for yourself, if you want to keep going up, you cannot be spending too much time with bum ass niggas, man. You cannot be talking to bum ass niggas too much because all he know how to do is because again, whether you are coming to someone to learn or not, whether you're coming to someone to be influenced or not, human beings, we're just we pick up on things, we receive things, right, and we are influenced no matter if we like it or not. One of the best things you can do, you know what I'm saying, to keep yourself from not becoming a total fat ass is to go to the gym and be around really in shape people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna bother you more when you look in the mirror. I remember a time when I was big enough to where like, damn, like you know, at home in the mirror I look okay because I can only see from here to up here. But you know, but when I'm looking in this gym mirror and whatnot, I know that I should be built more better than this. You understand me? Self awareness. So anywho, I know we trying to kind of build this thing up, but I'm touching on all these different things because these are all things that keep black men in this trap of chasing your tail. Of you know, Angry Man talks a lot about how being with women is like Charlie Brown in that football, and how women will, especially black women, will continue to kind of basically how can I say kind of drag you along, kind of. Because I'm sorry, Charlie Brown is this thing where you know I forget the girl's name, but she holds the football and then moves it when Charlie tries to kick it. You know what I mean? Basically, no matter how many times he tries, he always misses. Why? Because she's in control of his shot, right? And the thing is, in order to stop experiencing that, and Angry Man always points this out, all Charlie has to do is stop playing. And this era, this is going to be a tough era, and I think one of the reasons why women are not going to, modern women are not going to do well. Yo, honestly, real talk, the modern women might die out, bro. Because what's going to start happening is more and more of them are going to become homeless. So my question is, how many of them are actually going to come to the realization of I need to go about doing things the right way. That's another thing too. Another reason why women raise criminals is because she can't teach you accountability. She cannot teach you long term thinking. As long as you don't develop your long term thinking, you'll never see the point in working your ass off on something. If I didn't have long term thinking, I wouldn't even gotten this far on YouTube. I'd be forgetting. I've been just like this powering through for so long. Pause on YouTube. I'd be forgetting like, yo, you started this a few years ago. Time just keeps going by, but at the same time, listen, we still up in our game. We still here, and we're gonna stay on the subject. Are we on subject? Yes, we are on subject, all the way on subject. All right, let me make sure my settings is right. I want to keep recording this shit. You know, my you know, it's down bad out here. All right, I ain't down that bad. All right, cool. Yeah, man. So again, we'll keep touching on these things. So next point we get to is the gaslighting. So even when I was younger, my mother never like harped on it too much really. But like I remember like because again my mother does this thing where she thinks she's told me things before, and then she brings it up like an actual memory. So she'll be like, um, I know that time I told you don't ever bring a white girl home. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't remember you going in depth on this. This wasn't really a thing. I think maybe you thought it, or you saw someone else do it, and somehow you think that you've also done it. I don't know. I don't because you know, women also be doing this thing where they like live vicariously through other people. Oh, this is dead, y'all. I'm dead, y'all. Oh well. Oh man, my speaker gonna die soon. Well, hopefully don't die. Anywho, don't keep the show too long. But black men, for the most part, are conditioned and made to be afraid of interracial dating their entire lives. Okay, and now that we have the internet, we have so many. Again, we're sharing the whole internet. We're not, you're not you. Listen, if you watch me right now, you were not at home watching the internet you're not watching your own version of the internet. You're watching the whole internet that we can all see. So we can all finally see how much like black women have had this fantasy about being with Brad for centuries. Not only a fantasy, this shit been going down. Okay? And not only that, black men have now been able to observe how you regard this man and how you look at this man. Now black men have figured out he don't gotta be handsome. He don't gotta be a good dancer. He don't gotta be able to fight. He don't really gotta have nothing going on. He really can just be himself. Okay? And also that's a lesson to black men. White men, and this is how we should look at it. That is the position that they've worked themselves into. You understand? That's the position they've worked themselves into. What are you going to do for your life to work yourself into a similar position? And listen, I'm going to answer that on behalf of all black men. We got more rich niggas running around than ever. And more than ever, niggas are starting to hear, I need to go ahead and become a rich nigga. Okay? One way or the other. It might be only a small, well, I can't even say a small percentage. It's about 25-30% of us is out here really getting it. The rest of us are doing okay. Okay? That is a myth that we are all running around down bad, just living the life of a pookie. Shame on you.
Get up and get out of them relationships like that. Why are you here, bro?
Yeah, why are you there? Important question. So talk to me later about it. So that was kind of a long walk, you understand? So we're gonna go ahead and go through a few different clips. Now I had no idea. I thought she was talking about some kind of disease or some kind of feeling of helplessness or some shit like that. I had no idea that this woman was talking about an actual couple. Now shout out to Shay Sade. We're gonna watch a little bit of her channel, so because I want you to hear what I heard and tell me if you don't think this sound like some kind of like disease that only sisters get. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that makes more sense. It's like a disease that only black women can get. You know what I mean? Because I was like, nigga, Landria, the hell? Let's go.
Out here trying to act like a prostitute for white dude. Shout out to you. Thank you. I need to see more of you. But for those ladies who got caught up in the Nicolandria effect, or who are just
so if you can't read this right here, right? This says Nikki Landria has rewired my brain. Okay, so yeah, here we go.
Like your brain has been, your brain has literally been changed or been impacted by whatever media representation. Know that it's all a fantasy. Know that there are still. Know that pedestalizing white men or whiteness is incredibly dangerous. That white men are just as capable as hurting you as any other men, and in some cases even more likely to do so because they understand the criminal justice system. Some of them just don't care, and some of them are lawyers.
Now, real quick. Now you heard what I heard, right? I said Nicolandria effect. I'm like, that sounds too close to malaria. All right, I get malaria vibes. Arts department when I hear that. Sorry, I get malaria vibes. Malaria vibes when I hear that shit. Right? So I'm like Nicolandria. So I literally put in Nicolandria as one word, all right? And let me show you what came up when I hit Nicolandria. 1 second, y'all. I got everything clipped up, ready to go. At a moment's notice. So this is Nickel. Hold on now. Back a little further. All right, here we go.
Ace threw Nicolandria under the bus because he is jealous that he's not them. Like, that's just that, plain and simple. Like, I'm not saying that, because they didn't win either, but I think what he wanted was the level of notoriety that they got and the level of love that they got. And he keeps mentioning that, like, he already has followers, he already has that. And it's like, yeah, you absolutely do, but you didn't go on that show because you already had enough. You clearly wanted more, right? So, and that's okay. Like, everyone's allowed to want more for themselves, right? And bigger and better. But he's being a terrible friend and a terrible boyfriend, honestly, because now you're.
So this right here is one of the many think pieces that black women have been doing on this Love Island show. Okay, like I said before, black women, black men are not aware of this shit. A lot, and again, I'm at peace with it. I'm cool with it. I'm not mad. Listen, I want y'all to get all the Brad love that you that you want to get. I'm still finna get mine. You feel me? Not Brad love. Just all y'all. All y'all, nigga. All y'all. Listen, all y'all fine baby mamas. All y'all fine mamas too. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking all that. Listen, no, listen. In the words of Bill Bellamy, I'll tap that as well. Okay, so all right, so I wanted to show you that quick clip. These like these think pieces, right? So let me show you this actual couple. You know what I mean? All right, here we go.
My name is Alandria,
My name's Nick.
and today we'll be doing a blind taste test. All right, guys, drink number one. Get a good look. Now, time for the test.
Ooh,
Want some more?
it's peach. Peach pina.
Is he right, guys? Wow, but
Now, let's get into a few other things. But actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna let it rock for a second. Let's see what plays next.
Everyone was shocked by this guy's strategy because at the lumberjack.
Let's call this man back. Let's put the next one. Hold on, y'all. I had one more I want to show y'all before I went in. Oh no! Oh no! I lost my
Gervais'
thing.
whole style,
Shit,
the way she
man.
talks, is a clear.
No. I hate when it does this, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I have one more clip to show y'all. All right, boom. Here we go.
I feel like that thing I really appreciate about you is like bringing out, I feel like a manlier side of me. And I think when I'm goofy, I feel like I bring out like a little bit of that funnier side to you.
yeah.
I think just now it's like, I don't keep on chucking. I feel like that thing I really appreciate about you.
So, what you gotta understand is that, all right, again, this right here, all right, two very good looking people, real handsome chap. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, hold on, let me bring that up so you can still see people. A great looking couple. Okay, fucking great looking couple, right? This scenario is so rare, but this right here, again, I'm gonna tell you something. Whatever goes on social media is going to kind of affect culture. Like, for example, for the most part, you see how dark skin this girl is. Yo, you're going to stop seeing FBA people who are this dark. You're going to stop seeing that though. Why? What's going to happen is, and it's kind of happening already. In the next 20 years or so, you're going to see way more biracial kids now. Not, and it won't just be confined to the deep parts of the South, which is really weird. Y'all claim the South is so racist, but it's like mad mixed race people. Y'all, it's mad biracial people both ways. You know what I'm saying? White daddy, black mama, black daddy, black mama, well, black daddy, white mama. You know the shits, man. But this image right here, this is the dream for now. Now, mind you, you kind of only see this combination of a good looking black woman and a good looking non-black man on TV. Have we not noticed that? Don't get me wrong. It's possible. It will happen, right? But this is the reality. Every race of people, I'm sorry, this is what it is. Every race of people wants to marry and have children with someone who looks like them, except black women. All right? Most of the time, if you see a really good looking non-black man, I'm not saying he won't have sex. I'm not saying it never happens. Listen, it could happen, but most of the time, if he is actually good looking, something going on with it. It's just always something. Yo, there's a channel called Only Logical where all this nigga does is post AI videos of these basically like divester disaster stories. Go ahead and check them out. You know what I'm saying? When you get a chance. Matter of fact, we actually going to look at one of them videos too. Actually, so he's really good at collecting like clips. He's not really like the best like. He doesn't really like give. He doesn't really write or say good content, but he's good at finding and mining out these clips and and putting it together and highlighting this shit because it's important because a lot of black men. We don't really be calling. We don't call it women in task. We don't try to make them be better. You know what I mean? Not only that, like listen, I had to realize in my own personal walk, yeah, I am leading by example. You know what I'm saying? But beside that, I know a lot of men out there. You need to hear this. Whether you black, white, you know what I mean, or Asian. I'm not gonna say no dumb shit like purple. No one is purple. Okay? No one is purple. You know what I mean?
But if you
donation.
No one
And
is
sooner
purple.
or later, her cookies get crushed.
No one is purple. I hate when people say, I don't care if you're red, green, polka dot. Nigga, no one is polka dot. Even in Doug niggas wasn't polka dot. Polka dot. Stop saying polka dot. Okay? But this is the dream right here. So I want y'all to get a good look at this right here. But also, I'm going to say something else too. And this is very true. And I think and black women have this thing where they can't stand the idea of the man that wants you the most is your man. The man that appreciates all your features the most is your man. Okay? Black women have this thing where they think that they think a dude like this wants to walk into the room with the most dark skinned black woman that he could find. You get me wrong, it will happen, right? It's not impossible and whatnot, but social media has y'all head fucked up. The reality is this: first of all, most women don't get men with money to begin with. All right, a lot of y'all out there, a lot of niggas who ain't got no car be having kids and be getting pussy. All right, so that lets us know that y'all listen, y'all bottom 49% chicks, y'all definitely down here banging dudes with no cars. Y'all chicks with a couple of kids. Matter of fact, y'all get the way you just gotta just let a stud try it out. You know what I'm saying? You done ran out of options to the point where you gotta just go to this woman who has a plastic dick. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even warm. No, she don't even have the strength of a man. You know what I mean? This is somebody who she needs your protection. Especially when y'all be with them small studs. Oh man, she got you a small stud. Listen, what do y'all talk about? What do you look for her for? This is pretty much, it's just someone for you to boss around, I guess. You know what I mean? That's another thing too. Men sleep on the idea that or I'm sorry, women's desire or kink or that women get off on power. So men sleep on the idea of a woman wanting to get with you just so she can fuck with you and kind of ruin your life a little bit. You know what I mean? And treat your life like a goddamn Sims game where she makes things happen and she makes you feel that way for that. If you think about it as a man, that's most of what you be experiencing like with women. Is I make you feel this way, you feel that way, this way. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just always throwing a monkey wrench into your life. And you don't realize it, but hey, that's called ruining your life. If you wouldn't tolerate it from a friend, why are you tolerating it from Shaniqua? Okay? But anywho, this right, and this also is what this girl said, rewired your brain to what? Ma'am, you have been on earth all this time. And Latin men and non-black men, they know you exist. They know who you are. They know where to find you, everything. All right? And they don't be checking for you. All right? They don't be checking for you. And it's a natural thing. So what I'm trying to get to also is this girl right here is a beautiful girl to black men in a way where it resonates. Because like, listen, I can imagine that, when Lee see Ling Ling, he can see an average Ling Ling and see that she's attractive or be into her because they're from the same, you know what I'm saying, the same race, right? And Indian people, I think all white people in general, you can see with white folks. White folks find the same kinds of white people attractive, and there's no shame in it. All right, blue eyes, blonde hair, or you know what I'm saying, white dude with the jawline. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean, right? There's no shame in that, right? And that's who they are. But but again, in terms of, and that's why I'm saying we cooked. As far as like black men thinking they're gonna have some kind of fruitful long-term relationship with us, the only way you're gonna have a long-term relationship with really any woman in the 21st century is if she is a torturer or a destroyer, meaning that she's someone torturer, meaning that she just always just does things you don't like on purpose, right? Goes this makes your life harder. You know what I mean? Bring stress into your life. Always resist anything you want to do, no matter what it is. It's just not supportive. A destroyer, someone takes it to the next level. Someone who actually abuses you. You know, maybe it might be physically, it might be money wise, it may be having like chaotic. I'm sorry. Like explosive arguments, explosive fights. They may do actual permanent damage. They may say things that are permanently damaging someone who. It's all types of shit that could be going on. But that's for the most part. If you find yourself in that situation, that's because she's either one or two of those things. All right, because in the 21st century, like again, most women are not thinking, I want to have a man. Because in men's mind, right, a man thinks about what kind of husband he's going to be when he gets married. He doesn't think, when I become a husband, I'm going to make her do all these things and whatnot, or I'm going to, I mean, no, he thinks about, all right, well, I know I got to do this, I got to do that, because he's invested in the success of the relationship. Did I adapt over here? Because he's invested in the success of the relationship. Whereas, like, men don't realize that, yo, if the woman was invested in the success of your relationship, she wouldn't be fighting you so goddamn much. And this is also what it looks like for a woman to really be into you, right? She really sees him as a prize. So let me tell you something, black man. If you can get a woman who looks like this to look at you the way that she's looking at Nick, okay? And Nick has no game. Nick ain't bought her shit. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Nick is about to tap that ass. But also too, right? This is also another fancy that black women enjoy on social media, because this has become a hustle. Black women inherently know that other black women really love seeing a fantasy of especially like a nice looking brag and a nice looking black woman. You know what I mean? And it's always this polar opposite and everything, right? Like even amongst black people, I don't think people that's dark skinned is like, I don't know, me personally, I love dark skinned women. You know what I'm saying? I love the darker the better. This complexion right here, perfecto, chef's kiss. I don't mean to be. Listen, man. Hold on, man.
Sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
Goddamn cookies get crushed over here. You understand? You're gonna crush your cookies. But aesthetically, that's not what those men are looking for. They're not looking to walk in with the most dark skinned women possible. Okay, because again, they're not black. All right, this doesn't resonate. Just like if you're a white guy, if you're a black man, you're not. Again, that would make you mad self-conscious being with a blonde hair white girl, a blonde hair blue eyed white girl who looks very white. Because again, like it's attention grabbing. Everyone notices. I mean, like it just looks different when she look a little more like Latina. When she look a little more Puerto Rican and whatnot, and we can't really tell she Puerto Rican or not. Those are kind of like white women. You know what I'm saying, that you need to be getting with, unless she fine as hell. But for the most part, I will admit, mid tier black dudes. I mean, listen, you date to get according to your self esteem and what you can get. All right, mid tier black dudes, I ain't gonna lie. That we be getting like alright looking white girls, the cute white girls. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of y'all do be fucking fat chicks. It is what it is. I've gone to war with you niggas over y'all fucking big girls. Remember this nigga had the nerve to ask me, you say you don't like big girls, but you fat. I'm like, nigga, obviously, because I can get bad bitches, you fucking doofus. Like, what, nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, nigga, who was you to tell me what kind of women I should like? Nigga, like, what's wrong? And again, because that's how much niggas will fuck who they can fuck, bro. That's how desperate, that's the desperate life of a broke ass nigga. That's why you cannot be around these niggas. Because again, in that conversation, it was broke nigga activity. All right, I'm like, nigga, no, that's your life. You gotta fuck who you can fuck. A lot of people want to fuck me. I mean, well, like women.